and stop scrolling for the next 10 minutes. Don't let your mind go anywhere. I'm going to help you to identify one dream that you had which you secretly gave up. And I will give you a simple method to restart that dream without any drama, without losing your job, without doing anything else. Just restart it. So what is it that you always wanted? Okay? At some point you stopped wanting it out loud. You stopped saying it for some reason or the other. Not because you stopped desiring it, but because you stopped believing that it was available for you anymore. And here's the real question. What is it costing you to live without it every single day? Just because you're ignoring it, just because you're burying it deep somewhere deep inside. Okay? So we will talk about the dream that you did not fail at, you simply gave it up. And there is a way back. A very powerful, mature way to bring it back. So it is not a dead dream. It is not a dream that put it on the shelf and you said to yourself, not now, I'll do it after I settle, I will do it after I am confident, after I have the money and the time and support. Then life happened. Relationships happened, responsibilities happened, EMI happened, children happened, expectations happened, marriage happened. A dream that you abandon does not disappear. It becomes a quiet background pain, an open loop, a little erosion of your integrity. And when I say integrity, I mean wholeness. Lack of wholeness is a lack of power. Remember that. Okay. Now, so once a senior guy told me, sir, I always wanted to be a musician. I still remember it was a Fortune 500 company. Guy was from Bangalore. He said, I'm very good. In fact, he sang a song, in the evenings we have a get together and he sang a song and I said, hey, you are so good. And he says, sir, I always wanted to be a musician. I was good. People said I was good. And then he said something. I felt very sad. Anyway, life is not for people like me. I said, why? Because I'm busy, sir. I have to earn a living, na? It's not for people like me. I have a family, I have children. So it's an identity decision. And let me tell you something. I had a little conversation with him. Today, he is not only a musician and a singer and a music director. The same guy, he's giving music for Kannada movies. Okay? It is an identity decision. See, the moment he's saying, not for me, I love it, but I can't make money with it or whatever he's saying. The real reason that he gave up. Most people don't give up on dreams because they are lazy. Because at some point of time they experienced one of these things. Either embarrassment, somebody laughed and said, hey, comparison. You think you'll become like A.R. Rahman or what? A practical hit. Like in this case, it was a practical hit, right? He was married, he had children. He had to earn money, so he got the best job he could get in a Fortune 500 company, no less, and he became a prisoner to that because he couldn't even give it up. I know this lady, she was a professor in one of the colleges here in Bombay, and she shared with me, I'm a very good sitarist. I always had a dream that one day I will set up my own school and teach people to be good sitarist. I said, then what happened? She said, I got married. There was another lady who was attending my program. It was an HR related program. And when she introduced herself, she said, I am a medical doctor. I said, then what are you doing in an HR program? So my husband is a very nice guy. He sent me for this program. But I said, you're a doctor. What discipline do you practice? Gynecology, sir. I worked for many years in a government hospital. I said, then what happened? I got married, sir. And you could see the disappointment on her face. She loved being a medical doctor, but she gave up the dream. All right. It was a big heartbreak for her, but you did not just drop the dream. You dropped you. It's like dropping you. You dropped a version of yourself that was alive, curious, expressive, wild, brave. See, what nobody tells you is when you abandon a dream, you just don't lose an outcome. You lose a little bit of energy because, see, wholeness is lost. Little erosion to your integrity. That is why some people are very, very successful. They look successful on paper, but they are tired, distracted, flat, low grade, irritated. Because the part of your life force is locked somewhere in that sentence. I guess that is not going to happen. Yeah. And that is the sad part. And we call it what? Maturity. I have grown up now. Now listen very carefully. It's leadership work. Because leadership is self-leadership. No matter where you are a leader. Remember that. No matter what situation in life you are, you're still a leader. So if you can't keep the promises to your own soul, how will you fully trust yourself in very big moments of your life? That's the question. So if you abandoned yourself once, the nervous system remembers that. So today is not about becoming dramatic. It's about restoring integrity with your own life. So let us give you a return path. Okay? So I've broken it down into steps. I'm not going to tell you to quit your job tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you to break down your whole life or anything. A very mature, conscious return to your dream. And the first thing is, give up this either or mentality. We think, either I live my dream or I earn money. Yeah, the first thing you do is give up the either or mentality. I can do this and I can live my dream as well. So that's one thing which you need to remember. Big problem with us, this either or mentality of ours. So, step number 1, give it a name, whatever it is. Give the dream a name. For example, you can say, I always wanted to be such and such. I always wanted to be. So when I say this, you think about it. What is it that you wanted to be? I always wanted to be. So give it a name. Step number 1 is no justification, no laughing at yourself, no apology, just name it. Because what you don't name, you cannot reclaim it. Step number 2, locate when did you give up. Ask yourself, when did I stop wanting this? Was it after one failure? Was it after one comparison? Was it because of one comment made by someone? Was it because of one responsibility? Why does it matter? Because that's when you made a decision in your head to give up. So I'm going to do a little clearing with you. Listen to me very carefully. When I ask you a question, say yes. Okay? What have you made so vital, so valuable and real about your judgments, your decisions, and your conclusions, and your computations, and your strategies that will never allow you to live a life of infinite possibilities and make you give up on so many of your dreams? Are you willing to destroy and uncreate all that right now? The decisions, the judgments, the conclusions. Are you willing to drop and uncreate them right now? Yes. Number 3, separate from your dream. Make it, this is the dream, this is the identity wound. Because we got them mixed up somewhere. You think of the dream and you think of the pain of giving it up. So separate the two. Right? Now, most people did not abandon the dream. They abandoned it because they decided, I'm not talented enough, or they will never let me do it. It is not practical in my life. I am not consistent. I'm not talented. I'm too late. Or people like me don't get to have that. So we challenge the real enemy, not the dream. We challenge that sentence that we were saying to ourselves. Okay? So step number 4, very, very important step is create a 2% version of your dream. Okay, so you need this 2% version. You can do it this week. Example, I want to write a book is my dream, then write 300 words, no? Twice a week. I'm sure you can take out the time to do that. Or I want to start a business. Validate one offer with a live conversation. Or if you say, I want to get fit. Well, spend 12 minutes on it every day for 10 days. Want to learn music again? Well, start. Do 15 minutes practice 2 times a day or 3 times a week. Now make it so small, the action, make it so small that your excuses will look very silly. Momentum is spiritual, guys. Momentum is psychological. Momentum is leadership. Step number 5, very, very important. Tell one safe person who will not laugh at you. So not everyone deserves to have an access to your dream. But one safe person, a mentor, a friend, a partner, you can tell them, na? I am returning to something that I abandoned, a dream that I abandoned. Please check on me once in a week. Okay? Now this person becomes your accountability partner. A deep truth that you should know. Sometimes to reclaim your dream, you must grieve. You must grieve the years that you lost, the confidence that you lost, the version of you that got shut down. Grief is not weakness. Grief is the doorway to aliveness. Take a deep breath. And say to yourself, I'm allowed to want what I want. I'm allowed to want what I want. Let's do a very small exercise. Put one hand on your chest and answer these 3 questions for me. You can put your answer in the chat box or the comment. 3 questions. What did I always want? What did I decide about me when I gave up my dream? What is the 2% action I will take in the next 72 hours? Now, commit to that action. Now. You're giving a signal to your nervous system. I am back. Dream may not return to you exactly the way you wanted it or the way you imagined it. Maybe you don't become a full-time singer, but you might become someone who performs monthly, at least in your parties or something, or someone who teaches music to kids. That's what the professor did. She restarted teaching people. And she gave a performance at the college festival also. And everybody was so shocked. They said, wow, we never knew that you're so good. The goal is not a fantasy. It is to become alive again. So here's a challenge to you people. In the next 72 hours, do 1-2% small action towards the dream that you abandoned. Not because it guarantees success, but because it restores self-trust, self-belief, self-esteem. Because the most painful life is not a hard life. It is a life where you betrayed your own inner longing. So if you still want it, it is not dead. It is waiting for you to stop saying it's too late. Start saying now. Maybe in a smaller way, but now. So if this resonated with you, please share it with people whom you care for,